Hi, I want to represent 5/7 on the number line exactly. So to do that, what I'm going to do is I have my number line, or my ruler, and which is my number line. And so this is my 0, and this is 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, and so on, right? So let me just label that. All right, so I've labeled it 0. This is 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, and so on all the way up to 1. Now, I've taken the same scale and the same size number line or ruler, and I just have up to 7, right? So this is going to represent 1/7, 2/7, 3/7, 4/7, 5/7, 6/7, 7/7. So this whole thing represents 1, all right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this end of my number line right here on top of there, and then I'm going to rotate it. Okay, so I'm just going to zoom in and do that. Okay, so, oh good. So I've rotated the line there, and I'm just going to rotate it a little bit more. So I can rotate it up and down like that. And so let's just say it's going to be here. So what I'm saying is that the 7/7 here corresponds to the 1. So I'm just going to draw a line from the 7/7, which is 1, right, to my 1 on my number line, okay? Or passing through it, actually. Just like that. And let me just so we don't have a lot of red lines, I'm going to make this one green. Okay? Okay, so this line, it joins my 7/7 with my 1, and so if I just click on it, so what I'm saying is if this is 7/7 or 1, and this is 1, these correspond. Okay, and this is 0 and this is 0, so they correspond. So if I take this line and copy it and paste it and move it along so it passes through another point, let's just say 5/7. I'm going to do all the 7s while I'm here. Let me just make sure it's exact. And then I'm going to do the next one, and the next one, and the next one. Okay, let me just zoom out here so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm zooming in and zooming out, zooming in to be a bit more accurate. Okay, let me just get it exact. Okay, that's how I'm doing that. Now let me zoom out here. So there we go, and I'm just going to continue doing that until I get them all done, so I'll be right back. Alright, so I've made all my 7 lines, 6 lines, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 lines, and so this one, the 7/7 corresponds to the 1, so the 6/6 has to correspond to the, the 6/7 has to correspond to the 6/7, the 5/7 has to correspond to the 5/7 here, and the 4/7 to the 4/7, and so on, alright? You can think of it as similar triangles. All right, you see the similar triangle? You see the big triangle here? Okay, and then you have a shorter triangle here. Think about it that way. But it certainly works this way. Now the only difficulty is when you're drawing these things on paper, how do you get all these lines parallel? Okay, and that's the trick. One thing is you can use a protractor, right? Measure this angle, and then measure again, or you could cut out a piece of paper that's exactly the right angle, and then use that piece of paper over and over again. Okay, that's one way of doing it. All right, I'm going to show you another way using the theorem of Thales, and stay tuned for the next video. Have a good night.